Arsenal nil, Chelsea 2 at the Emirates Stadium. And first of all, yes, I know this video is coming massively late on the Sunday night because, to be honest, my simple explanation, I had a match myself today. So what I basically did, I spent the day at football just telling people, do not tell me the result, do not tell me anything that happened in this game. I went home at 9 o'clock, I watched the game from from scratch, and what a win for Chelsea Football Club. 2-0 over Arsenal at the Emirates, and to be honest, I think it was probably one of the best performances I've seen from this club in recent times, and honestly, that is saying something because we have been absolutely unbelievable in pretty much 90% of the games that, Thomas Tuchel has been in charge for in his Chelsea tenure, and what a win once again, what a performance. Literally, I think the one phrase I would use to describe this match, men against boys, honestly, I think Chelsea absolutely bossed Arsenal from start to finish. We looked more mature, we looked more assured, we looked more creative, we looked like we dominated physically as well, defensively and going forward with Lukaku up front. And I just thought it was a complete performance from Chelsea, and what a win. Top of the league after 2 games with a goal difference of +5. We've scored 5, conceded none, yet another clean sheet for Edouard Mendy in the Chelsea goal, and what a start to the season. As we go into that game against Liverpool at Anfield next Saturday, I am absolutely buzzing for that now. That's going to be a really, really good game. But what a performance, as I said, from absolutely everyone. I think as a team, Chelsea, at this moment's time, in my personal opinion anyway, maybe a little bit biased, I think as a collective, we are the best team in world football at this moment in time. Now, obviously, I'm not going to, say that on the back of just being the fact that we've beaten Arsenal, and obviously that's not really a massive achievement in modern day football. But I just think with the way we're playing, we look so dominant. We look like, we're never going to lose a game, and obviously we could go out and just get slapped by Liverpool next Saturday, but every single time we step onto that pitch, we, really dominate games in terms of possession and, chances created, and, transitioning from defence to attack were absolutely unbelievable. And now we have the one thing we lacked from Thomas Tuchel's era last season, and that is an out-and-out goal scorer. And I think Romelu Lukaku's goal pretty much, epitomised why we bought him. I mean, first of all, he shields off Pablo Mari brilliantly, lays it off, the ball goes down the right-hand side to Reece James in space, and then Lukaku barges off Pablo Mari in the box, gets in for the tap-in, and scores a tap-in, and then just shushes the Arsenal fans. I mean, what an absolutely unbelievable moment. What a goal from Lukaku. As I said, pretty much sums up why we spent so much money on him, because he completes our team with what he gives us up front, and that was completely and utterly evident today. Then the second goal, of course, just, 10-15 minutes later, Reece James down that right-hand side, and to be honest, I think Kieran Tierney was probably a little bit at fault for both goals, because Reece James was given some unbelievable space down that right-hand side, especially in the first half. And his goal, just really, really good work once again from Havertz, and then to Mount, and then to Lukaku as well. Obviously, Mount getting the assist, lays it off to Reece James, an absolutely brilliant finish for him. And to be honest, I think Reece James this season is going to be a really, really top player for us, because you see the amount of balls he whips into the box that Lukaku will be getting on the end of. I think Lukaku was really, really unlucky not to get his brace as well, because Leno made an absolutely world-class save from him midway through the second half, which I really thought was going to be 3-0 and game dead and buried. But at the end of the day, we take a 2-0 win, and as I said, I think Reece James will be an absolutely really good player for us in the next few years, especially with the fact that he will be whipping balls into the box that Lukaku will be able to get in the end of. And just an absolutely unbelievable performance from Chelsea once again. I think Arsenal were okay in certain spells, but going forward, they just really had nothing with Martinelli, Saka and Pepe going forward, who really couldn't create anything. And I think Rudiger, Christensen, and of course, Azpilicueta, who played centre-back as well, I think the three of them just absolutely bossed that Arsenal front three, and I don't think there was anything more they could have done. Kovacic and Jorginho, of course, in midfield, as controlling and as, dictating as they ever are in midfield. I think Alonso, once again, at left wing back was really, really good. I think Alonso has been one of our best players so far this season, including pre-season as well. Reece James, as I said, right wing back, was unbelievable once again. Mount ran his socks off, was very creative. Havertz once again ran his socks off as well, didn't really get into the game, as involved in the game as he would have liked to, but even still played really well. And Romelu Lukaku, in my opinion, man of the match. What a performance from him, and what a signing he's going to prove to be for Chelsea this season. I honestly, genuinely believe Romelu Lukaku will be fighting for the Golden Boot till the very end. If he doesn't win it, I think someone like Salah or even, Kane, if he joins City, might win it. But I think Lukaku is going to give it a real go this season, and I 110% think he will bag 20 goals in the Premier League this season. He's going to be an absolutely unbelievable signing, and just completes our team, and as I've said multiple times on this channel, what a player, and what a performance from him from him today. And yeah, Pablo Mari and Rob Holding really just could not deal with him. I think Pablo Mari actually had an absolutely disastrous game. I think Lukaku had him on strings. He absolutely just, you know, tore him to pieces, to be honest. And Rob Holding the same as well. So yeah, Lukaku, what signs for him? If he continues in that vein, which I think he will, then what a player we have in our hands for the next few years. But yeah, of course, we do move on to next Saturday, 5:30 kickoff on Sky Sports, Chelsea versus Liverpool, or should I say Liverpool versus Chelsea. What a game that is going to be. A really tough challenge. Obviously, you know, Liverpool, the best team we've played so far this season, and yeah, especially with the fact they have Van Dijk and Henderson and those players back, with the fans back as well, it's going to be a really, really tough game. But can we win our first game at Anfield in front of a full capacity since 14-15, of course, in the Mourinho days? And what did we do that season? We won the Premier League. So yeah, of course, time will tell, but really, really exciting times as a Chelsea fan, because our team is just absolutely unbelievable, and of course we have the manager to go with now with Thomas Tuchel. So yeah, really, really bright signs as a Chelsea fan, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that will bring us to the end of this video. As I said, apologies if this video was a little bit late, but obviously I had no real choice but to watch it later and do this video well later as well. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like as per usual. It helps me out massively, and also if you could subscribe to the channel as well. We are looking to hit 1.8k subscribers on this channel as soon as we possibly can, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So yeah, see ya. Come on, Chelsea!